risk management. This is a big one a lot of people are worried about. Now all I'll say is if you don't normally kill pupils on a regular basis, you've got nothing to worry about. Did the training ensure that people fully understood how the responsibility for risk would be shared? Okay, so what things would you like to be responsible for now? Because out of all the things we've done, all the things you've learned, what could you do on your own without me talking about?
I think I could move off on my own.
Yep,
I think I could I could change gear on my own. I think the last time I changed gear I was a bit uncertain if I was doing it at the right time.
You've got to make the people understand their responsibilities and the risks involved. So you might say at the beginning, as I said in the example, today I want you to do the roundabouts. I want you to be responsible for spotting them, telling me when you're seeing them, but then I'm going to talk through them. Were directions and instructions given to the people clear and given in good time? This is a really important one. Remember, instructors, it's always location, direction. You never ever say left at the end of the road. You'll be dead before you get there, and I'll give you an example of that in a moment. You never say right on the roundabout. Wrong. It's end of the road, left. Roundabout, right. Listen to how examiners do it. Listen to how sat-navs do it. If they're made well, that's the sat-navs, not the examiners. They should always say roundabout, left. So it's location, roundabout, crossroads, at the end of the road, then where you're going to go. I was doing a lesson once in 2003. One of the first lessons I ever did. And I got that wrong. We were going down the road, and on the left there was a very steep bank. It was like a hill going down quite a bit. And there was a roundabout coming up. And I did wait till we got reasonably close to this road, but we hadn't yet passed it. And I said to my people, turn left. He turned left so fast, and I swear the car left the ground. Now I don't know if it did, but I swear that we were flying through the air. It didn't feel like any of the wheels were any of the tyres were on the floor. And we went through the air, bang, the car smashed on the ground, we skidded to a halt sideways across the road. And then I said, at the roundabout. I meant turn left at the roundabout, and I went quite mad with the people saying, I didn't say turn left, I said turn left at the roundabout. And he said, well, I only heard you say turn left, so I'll turn left. That was my fault. I should have said, at the roundabout, turn left. Some examiners are guilty of this. I've been on tests when examiners have given directions like, say, this road on the right, quick. You must give them clearly and precisely and concisely. So don't waffle on. Don't say something like, we're going to go down the road, and at the moment we're going to get to a sharp bend, and when you go round the bend up the hill past a few parked cars, there'll be a junction. We're then going to turn left. What? End of the road, left. End of the road, right. Pull up on the left. Very clear, concise, precise instructions. Doesn't mean you've got to be rude. You haven't got to be blunt, but you've got to be concise. So yeah, good time. Don't give the directions too late. Too early is not always a problem. You can always repeat them if they're too early, but that can cause its own problems, as I mentioned just now. Was the trainer aware of the surroundings and the pupil's actions? This is a lot about body language. Now, a good instructor will pick up on body language. So, was the trainer aware of what's going on around them? So what's going on behind the stage?
Someone's very, very close to us. I don't like it when they do this.
This is when you wouldn't brake high. It's not too bad, but it's very Did you see that there was a massive lie behind the car? Did you see that there was a pedestrian further on stepping out into the road who'd fallen over? You alright?
Yes, thank you.
He's all over?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I don't know, one else just fell over. So we do us in the right braking. Some instructors, and I know this sounds bad, but not all instructors are that good at driving themselves, although they should be. Some passed their advanced test years and years ago, and they're not that good anymore. They've kind of let things go a bit slack, which is what this is all about. You must be aware of your surroundings, so if the instructor isn't aware of what's going on, of course the people won't be or might not be. Sometimes the people might be better than the instructor. Anyway, body language. Was the people nervous? Were they sweating a bit? Were they maybe a bit, the hands on the wheel a bit sweaty, a bit slipping? You've got to notice things like this. Now this will be in a separate video that I'll do all about body language. But you must pick up on these things. This is something I do quite a bit. I don't make it very, very obvious because I don't really I don't give off the impression I'm doing this much, but I do look at people's body language a lot. Sometimes you can say to people something like, this is a classic example, when you're doing this manoeuvre, which way do you need to turn the wheel? And they'll say, left. And the instructor says, yeah, well done. No, not well done, you completely got it wrong, because the people guessed. Whenever a people gives you an answer like that, always pause for a little bit. So you say, which way should we turn the wheel? Left. Right. Left. I don't know. If you pause and wait, you'll get the right answer. They didn't actually know. If you say, oh yeah, you're correct, it's left, if you jump in straight away, you've misread the body language. You haven't noticed the people looking in the mirrors. They're fidgeting a bit, they're a bit nervous. There are many little clues, what you call micro movements, you can pick up on. So yeah, really important that you're aware of the people's actions. 20 miles an hour. So we're trying on this road, we'll stay in to make it easier. So we've already pressed on. So if you get the speed up a little bit, and then just press up on the set, and there should be a green light comes on the right. So if you come off the gas now, it'll just cruise on its own like that. So that's it. The thing is, if you change gear, you won't keep going. So if you do third now, that's it. Then you've got to press resume, so the right button, that's it, and it works. So that's why you don't use it much around town. Was any verbal or physical intervention by the trainer timely and appropriate? Quite simply, did you take action when it was necessary? Did you jump in with the correct command, like don't let the people come up to a parked car and last minute go for the wheel and push them away and say, you need to hit that? Yeah, that's good, that's great, that's good, that's it, that's it, that's good, loads of bikes. Is this one going to be in the way? If you just sit on left now, just back a little bit, that's it, and then roll, that's it.
What are they doing?
I don't know what's going on. They're all going to come out in one go. Yeah. This is obviously a weird situation to be in, so I'll just take over the pedals for a little bit. Could you intervene earlier? Could you say to them, yeah, it looks like they're going to go through a gap that they can't fit through? So you jump in, you do some positive instruction, you ask the people some Q&A, you say things like, could you fit through that gap? Now you've told the people what the problem is, you're not saying what's the next hazard, there isn't time for the people to answer. They've missed the hazard, no point asking them what it is, they've missed it. So you give them the answer in a question, can you fit through that gap? Yeah. Dual control, no. No, you can't. If you don't go on the dual control and they go sailing through, smashing your wind mirrors off, you just failed. You must make the intervention appropriate. For example, don't overreact. If a pupil is about to come out of a junction, and let's say they're coming out a little bit quick, but they're not really moving much at all, and there's a car coming down the road, but it's a long, long way off, don't slam the brake on, grab the wheel and rip it out of people's hand. You're overreacting. Just tap the brake if needed, or a simple command, stop, would normally be enough. So you must get the right mix between verbal and physical intervention. Last one in this section, was sufficient feedback given to help the people understand any potential safety critical incidents? So, like I said before this one, if you go past the parked car too close, don't just say, oh, that was a bit close. The people nearly go through a red light, they just about get through an amber, and there's a bike who is crossing who you nearly hit. Oh, you nearly hit that biker then, that was a bit tight. You can't just say it like that. You've got to make the most of these examples. If you nearly have an accident, pull over, ask the people, what do you think happened back there? Just tell me what do you think happened a few moments ago? You know, don't just lecture them and shout at them. You've got to get the people thinking about what they did wrong. Was it them that got it wrong? Was it you that got it wrong? Was your level of instruction too low? There's nothing wrong with admitting that. If you say to the people, you know, that was a bit tight, but I'm sorry, that was actually my fault there because I should have been telling you what to do more. That would, if anything, show the examiner, at least you're aware what you did wrong, rather than some instructors think, well, I'm not going to mention that, I hope the examiner didn't notice. I can promise you he did notice. Use potential accidents as learning points. Don't just say, oh, we nearly crashed there. Make not make a meal of it, make a lot of it. Make it a learning point, go over in detail. Go back, what I always do with my pupils, go back and revisit the same junction, do it again. Ask them, how was that compared to the last time you did it? Oh, that was a lot better, we didn't die this time. What made it better? What did you do better? What could I do better to make it easier for you next time? Do you think there was anything I did wrong that made that dangerous? So yeah, that's what it's all about. Use potential accidents as learning points rather than, well, it shouldn't happen in the first place. If you're having potential accidents, it shouldn't be happening. But if it does happen, at least use it as something positive. If you score 7 or less for risk management, you will fail the test no matter what else you do. So you must score 8 or more to pass the risk management section. Even if you got a perfect score on all the rest, if you get 7 or less on risk management, you fail because you're putting members of the public at risk. Now, there is some irony there because members of the public sometimes put us at risk, don't they? We all know that. I've got an example which I may or may not be showing you on the screen now, where, and this happened only the week, but a learner of mine was going a little bit slowly, and this person behind decided it would be funny if instead of just leaving us alone or maybe just keeping back a bit, they overtook us, pulled in front and put the brakes on. And then they started waving their fingers at us as if saying, how dare you slow me down, this is what it's like, you're slowing everyone down. Use that as a learning point. That's them being stupid, that's them making a mistake, not you. Learners drive slowly. What do they expect? So yeah, members of the public put us at risk all the time, but we mustn't put them at risk. I'm not being funny, we shouldn't. They don't mean to do it, but they do. Sometimes it happens. So we've all got to manage our risks. But you're being assessed. Always remember this. You're the one being assessed, not them. The last section, teaching and learning strategies.